Okay, so we're here. Hey guys, we're back. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. But we just have good conversations. I think that that's something that just from the onset of us meeting each other, we just we know how to talk. I don't know. Talkers know how to talk to talkers, I guess.
Talkers know
What
how to
you
talk to
think?
talkers, and it'd be so organic, always
We be
good.
talking. Yeah. Talk about your beans, because I mean, I love beans. Okay, so how do you make your beans?
And and it's so crazy because me personally, like I didn't start. I really don't like beans. I didn't start
You
eating
don't?
them until I got older. No, I do not like beans.
I still don't
Um,
like beans either.
but I had met a friend, a coworker actually, and we became friends. And her husband is from Louisiana, and she was into the whole down south cooking and shit. And one day she
Hmm.
had made this pot of red beans, and I was like, "This shit right here is hitting. Like this shit is hitting."
Was bussing.
So, yeah, I fuck around with some red beans. I do not eat
Oh
black
hell
eyed peas.
yeah! I don't like black eyed peas either.
I'm not doing that one.
They don't taste
Like
good. They just don't taste good at all.
I
They
do,
have a bad flavor
chili with
profile.
beans. Yeah, and they look weird, like the whole eye, and they're looking at me, and I don't like that.
Oh. It's just like good luck at the beginning of the year or New Year's or whatever.
I'm not superstitious, so that shit don't matter
Me
to me either.
neither. Like you can miss me with that.
You can miss me with it, baby. I'm not doing it. I'm fuck.
I'm good. Anyway, so the question was, we got off the phone earlier, was how do you normally spend Thanksgiving?
Oh, my holidays. My holidays. The holidays to me are just regular ass days, right?
Really?
So yeah, when just like in life in general, growing up, my mom lost her mom when she was 18 years old, right?
Right.
So this was back in 77. I wasn't born until 89. So
Oh, okay.
my mom died, not my mom, my grandma died
Grandma.
December 17th of 77. I was
Oh
born
wow.
December 22nd of 89. So generally anytime around, when December comes, it's already the holidays and people are already like sad and not really like
Yeah.
into it. So it's never
Yeah.
really been her thing. But
No, I
at
get
my
that.
dad's house with my grandma, like there was always Christmas, the nativity scene, the Christmas tree, the presents being wrapped, to
Yeah.
me or my sister or whoever, from Santa Claus, from your grandma, from your dad, and like the
Yeah.
little black angel that was on top of the tree. It was always, like a big deal. But it
Hmm.
just really was never something that was important to me. My birthday being around that time of year, my dad always made sure that I had a Christmas gift and a birthday gift. But my mom, I didn't have a birthday party. I didn't get the birthday presents. It was very rare that we ever had a Christmas tree. Probably I could tell you like three times in my non-adult life that my mom had a Christmas tree in her house, and she probably never bought none of them.
I didn't buy
Like it
Christmas
just,
trees either.
well, I
I
mean,
thought,
we
I was
tried
poor.
to do Kwanzaa. My mom has always been really Afrocentric and like down to earth and real, trying to be in touch with what we know to be our roots. It's not really,
African, yeah.
yeah, you just kind of stick your hand in the bucket, grab some shit, and run with it.
No, I'm like that too, kind of. Mind you, I'm
But
Garifuna, so we're Belizean, so we believe in all of our culture, and but every celebration in Belize is an African Garifuna celebration. They don't really look too much different from one celebration to the other. We always do the same thing. We have our dancers, and they play the drums, and we dance a lot with punta. So when you're a kid, that seems so boring when you're in America. You know what I mean? And people have like all this other kind of stuff going, like Easter, well, the bunny rabbits, and we did it, but our parents don't know how to do it. You know what I mean? It's
mhm.
funny to have foreign parents because like they don't understand American culture. So
Hell, America don't understand American
I don't
culture
know,
either.
really, for real. But yeah, that's why I was asking because my mom was on the phone with me and she was telling, oh, her friend is going to come to Thanksgiving, so I host Thanksgiving. I said, that's fine. I said, because that's when I remember. I said, Andre wants to meet you. She goes, I want to meet Andre too. I said, he's a little nervous because you're a minister. She's like, no, she knows, I understand. It says God says, she's always welcoming. She don't have the same kind of, but the church. I always feel like the church, it's a little traumatizing. You don't fall
A
under whatever
little.
categories. But she knows, mind you, she's that minister. But every so often she'll be saying things. I'm like, Mom.
I mean, but like let's keep in mind, I too am a minister, but I'm, like not that minister.
I told you, I see he's so devout, Mom. He just loves the Lord, Mom.
I became a
He really
licensed
loves the
minister of the
Lord.
gospel of Jesus Christ when I was 18 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Like I, sat down, studied, I was tested, I had to show self-approved, I had got a license and the whole time.
I'm always
Um,
impressed. I'm always impressed.
I'm not really into the whole holidays thing. Like, what big ass
Mm-hmm.
Easter bunny is hopping around shitting out colorful eggs? Like that shit just it doesn't make sense to me. And
It
then
doesn't make sense to me either.
the whole leprechaun and the four clover and the pension and the
Yeah.
good luck of the Irish and all of that shit. Like, I mean, mom got a little bit of Irish in her blood with her red hair, her freckles, and the things she got
Yeah.
going on. But I'm black. You know what I mean? In
Yeah.
and out. I'm urban as fuck. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you
Like,
are.
when I grow up and I grew up and I started to experience life and like really realize that it's all a gimmick. You know what I mean? Like, shit really
It
don't
is.
mean nothing. I don't have to
It
celebrate
is.
Easter or even participate in Palm Sunday or Good Friday or none of that to have a genuine devout relationship with God through Jesus Christ, because that's what I believe. You know what I mean? Like, it's my
Yes.
faith in that and how I operate through that and express it to the people around me in my life that redeems me and gets me through. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to worry about being in church for Christmas or even on a Sunday or but that's just me personally in my relationship.
Yeah.
So when the holidays come around, I'll be at work.
That's true. I
Give me
feel the same
holiday
way.
pay. And if I don't have to work,
Hmm.
then I'm not doing shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I really don't put in too much effort to have to try to be anywhere. But like I was expressing in the conversation earlier before you cut me off, before I was so rudely interrupted. Um,
Whatever.
last year, I had just migrated to Atlanta.
Hmm.
So the first couple of days before like Thanksgiving, I was in Atlanta and I was at my friend's house or, however, whatever that dynamic of that relationship is, I was over
Yeah.
there. So I had jerked the turkey for them. Like, that's one thing that I,
Ooh.
will do. I participate in cooking whatever if, it's happening. If my mom is in town or, if whatever, because she usually go to California where, my siblings and shit is like where the family actually is, as
Right.
opposed
Right.
to being here and it just be me and her or whatever. But she be in California. But other than that, like one year, I was in Vegas and my niece, she was pregnant. My nephew, he is 2 now. He about to be 3 in March, but she was
Mm.
pregnant, and that was my first year jerking a turkey. And when I tell you, she stood at the stove and ate half of the turkey.
I know that tastes so
I
good.
was like, damn, that motherfucker good, ain't it? But then at the same time, she was pregnant. But yeah, so I jerked the turkey, and then in Atlanta, and when I didn't get to eat it, I was gone. But she texted me, told me about it. Everybody that came over, they loved it. The turkey was bomb. That motherfucker was moist, and it did what it was
Okay,
supposed to
so
do.
we are the turkey makers. We have
I love
perfected our
turkey.
moist and juicy turkey. What
Yeah.
do you do to make your turkey moist? Because to me, this personally is invigorating. How do you brine it? Do you season over it? How do you do it?
So I don't brine my turkey.
You don't. What you
I
do? How
don't.
do you make it seasoning?
So I inject it first of
Okay.
all. And then when I jerk it, so I take my jerk sauce and seasoning and all the seasonings and stuff that I'm gonna use,
Hmm.
and I mix it with butter.
Okay.
So, I'm all under the skin and,
Oh,
rubbing the
that's
turkey
good.
down with the butter and everything. And
Mm,
mind you, it's injected and, it's seasoned. And after I do that, I will put it in the refrigerator for a good,
let it.
4 6 hours.
Good. Oh, you're a good cook.
And then
You already know.
I cook it in a bag. So
We cook it in a bag. Okay, that's a
I
secret
cook
to
it in a
me.
bag. Yeah,
We cook it in a bag.
I cook mine in a bag.
That shit is delicious.
Mm-mm.
Okay,
But
so let's do imaginary Thanksgiving. So this is not a real life, but let's say you told me, okay, I'm a host you Jeanette for Thanksgiving? What would be our meal?
Oh, for Thanksgiving, I mean, shit, I fuck around. So I'm definitely gonna have a pot of mixed greens.
Okay.
Um, I put cabbage in my greens because I
Okay,
believe
so you use mustard and collards and
mustard,
cabbage.
collards, cabbage, and quiet as kept. I always put spinach or kale, one or the
Do you
other,
use turnip
if not
greens
both.
or
I love kale.
okay. Okay,
I
so
don't know
what's your
why.
flavor profile for your greens? Do you want it vinegary, a little sugar? Do you want it peppery? What do you want?
I like mine kind of like smoky.
Okay.
Me personally though, like I'll put vinegar in my own bowl and hot sauce and shit, but I know everybody don't,
Everybody don't like
care
the vinegar.
for it.
I
So
like the vinegar though.
yeah, I like the vinegar, so I put it in my own. But
Mm.
definitely a vinegar. I mean, the macaroni and cheese. I'm gonna do uh, a turkey. I love a good ham for Thanksgiving. Around the holidays or whatever.
Yeah, my mom loves
Um,
ham.
I mean, a cornbread dressing.
Mm-hmm. Gotta be
Um,
cornbread. We don't do no other kind.
I like corn. I mean, potatoes and green beans.
Mm.
Kind of corny, I guess, but um,
Do you ever do the sweet potato casserole? Do you like that?
hell, nah, I don't eat no kind of
Mm-mm.
casserole.
I don't like the cut. I don't like that.
Like when they
I like.
whip
Do
it
you do
pureed
cranberry
or
sauce?
whatever. I'm not really a big fan of cranberry sauce. It wasn't until I became an adult that I would every now and again, like, indulge. But cranberry sauce to me ain't friends.
Okay.
I, I don't like that shit.
I like. I like the almost like the sweet and the savory. Like I don't do it all the time. Every so often, I'll put some on my plate and enjoy that little bit of a contrast in flavors.
I mean, it's cute or whatever, but I don't. Like, I don't really care for Jello.
I can't do that.
Like the whole texture thing, and then the cranberry sauce, and oh, wow. And
Okay.
it's just cranberries. So,
Okay. So what's for dessert?
I'm an apple pie type of person. I like
Mm,
apple pie
okay.
with a vanilla ice cream. I'm not really too big on desserts. My grandma make this bomb ass lemon pound cake. Um,
Ooh.
when I was a kid, that's why my back's so big now. But she would like make well, whatever kind of cake for my mama's birthday. My mom loved German chocolate, so my grandma, being my dad's dad, would bake my mom a cake for her birthday, a German chocolate cake. And she know I don't eat that shit. I don't like coconut, and I don't like chocolate
I
cake.
don't like coconut either.
And it's the whole idea of having to always spitting out pieces of coconut because you can't never really chew it all or like swallow it all, and you finding it in your mouth somewhere. Like that shit is just disgusting to me.
I'm
Like
like that
I can
too.
do without. I'm okay.
I realize it's
I'm
just the
okay.
coconut flakes. So it's like
Uh-huh.
it's not
I
the
don't like
coconut
that.
flavor. I hate the coconut like flakes.
Yeah, I don't like them coconut flakes. That
Yeah.
shit is irritating. But my grandma would bake me a cake. Of course, I wouldn't eat it all by myself, but I would definitely get as much as I could because I love lemon. I love lemon. I
You
don't know.
love lemon? We had a
I
lemon tree.
love
My mom used to
lemon.
make lemon meringue pie. I would love
See,
to make
I could do that.
a lemon like loaf cake like your grandma. I think a lemon like almost like a pound cake, a lemon pound cake. You said right? That would be
Hmm.
delicious.
Yeah.
How about sweet potato pie?
I mean, yeah, I could do a sweet potato pie. I'm not really like really crazy about it like most urban folks are, but you know,
How about a pecan pie?
oh hell the fuck and then no.
You don't like pecan pie?
No.
Oh wow.
I
I
don't
love
like butter
pecan pie.
pecan ice cream.
I like butter pecan ice cream. I don't normally like pecans. So I'm an anti pecan person.
You
But I
sound real
like
pecan-y to me.
I don't know. My husband converted me to pecan pies. I
And
tasted. I
butter
thought it was so
pecan ice cream.
fascinating.
Why?
Some what?
Butter pecan ice cream?
I like it. I really do. I don't like the
Why?
pecans. I like the flavor. It's a good flavor.
Uh-uh.
It is
That's how you know
good.
you old.
I don't know. I never. Okay, so this is the funny thing about American food. I didn't really eat American food until I became an adult and had a husband who is American. Because as a Belizean,
What the fuck was you
unless you go to
eating?
somebody else's house to eat, you don't eat American food. We eat Belizean food. I never had chitlins. I never had pecan pie. I never
Ugh,
had any of those
girl,
things.
that's uh-uh.
I like chitlins.
Why?
They're good.
No, they not. I'm
They're
talking
really
about
good.
they not. I don't eat that shit. Never have, never will. I'm okay.
His family don't eat it, but people make it. And like, he had a friend. He made some good chitlins. I was like, ooh, this is
Uh-uh.
good.
That's an oxymoron. That don't even make sense.
As Africans, that's what we eat, man.
Who
Okay, so
African?
Africans, we eat the intestines, but
As slaves, that's what we eat.
mm-mm.
Shit.
I feel like, okay, think about Africa now. Think about all the indigenous tribes and how they eat now, who weren't slaves. Because mind you, a lot of even Middle Eastern people still eat in the same ancient traditional ways the Africans used to eat. They eat the whole animal, but they also eat all of the animal. Because the part of being one with nature and not the way
It's
humans
disgusting.
should interact with the planet, there is no waste.
Uh.
There is no waste. You don't waste an animal because you have to pray over that animal's soul before you slaughter it to eat it. And that's like an ancient tradition that you're taking this animal to sustain your life.
You about
So
to
you
turn
pray
me
over it
into
and
a
you don't waste
motherfucking
a
vegan.
single. You eat the blood. Like, okay, so there's a good show that I watch on YouTube. It's called the Best Ever Food Review Show. It's hosted by a guy named Sunnyside, which is interesting that that's his name. But the most fascinating thing about watching his show is that he goes all over the world. We think we're watching this travel blogger, or, he's showing us what he's eating. But you know what the most important thing he's showing us, especially as Americans, because we don't have to see our food get slaughtered,
Uh-uh.
is the fact that every time they slaughter the animal, they drink all the blood. They
Whoa.
make like a blood sausage out of it. If they don't drink the blood while it's warm, they use all of the animal. You see what I'm saying? They share it among the villagers, and everybody eats. Nothing goes to waste
That's
because
deep.
an animal's life was sacrificed so that we could sustain life.
That's deep.
Yeah, and it's so interesting because we're so far removed as an industrialized society from the connection to our food. And the funny thing is, America, I have a bloated stomach, or fat, or obese. It's like we eat so wrong. The funny thing is, all the parts of the animal and all the different food groups is used to help keep us healthy. Say, oh, you got to take your supplements, you got to take vitamin A under the D. It all has a meaning to how healthy we're able to live. And it's funny how on a backwards level in America, they say, oh, take a vitamin. You see what I'm saying? But you're really supposed to be eating the food that has the vitamin. You have to get the balance, or else we'll get these big bloated bellies. And we're obese. We have gas problems. We get cancer. It's because we're so imbalanced. And you know how you hear those people talking about, oh, go vegan. We kind of hate those people. Like, you go vegan. Like
Okay.
I'm gonna eat meat. But they
I don't
have
know.
points
The way you
to
talking to me now, I'm about to stop eating meat because that is
no,
fucking disgusting.
no, it's good for you. Meat is not good for you, but it has to be. I'm still learning. You know what I mean? I'm just a layman trying to analyze my life around me. What happened? Wait. Um, I gotta go. I'm sorry. I love you, Andre, but my baby's crying. I gotta go. Okay. I'm gonna talk to you in a minute.